All right, guys, so hopefully at this point you have gotten your bike already. If not, be patient. They're awesome. To anybody that's dealing with a motor issue or anything along those lines, I believe Super 73 is going to make it better for you guys. So just, keep the faith and keep that excitement that you had when you were waiting for your pre-order. What I expect to do today is just kind of go over some of the things that I've gathered while waiting for my bike. I ordered this Z on Amazon while I was waiting for the R because I was very impatient, like a lot of us are. Yes, I blew up Super 73 with emails. Yes, I made a giant shopping cart on Amazon of all the different things that I wanted to buy and purchase for my bike. I'm hoping this video kind of helps you with that, because there are some things that I purchased that I absolutely don't need, and things that if I had waited just a little bit longer, I could have gotten from Super 73 in much better quality and for probably a better price. So this is not a paid advertisement whatsoever for Super 73. I'm sure that you know that by now, looking at the video. So once I got my Z, the first thing that I wanted was a light to go on the front, because I thought potentially I'm going to be riding at night, or if it's like dawn and it's like sunset, I want to be able to see better, and it just looks badass. So the first light that I bought on Amazon was this light here. It's called a Victogen. And it came with a battery pack, which I thought was kind of lame. I don't want to have to attach this, and have this like cable. I wanted everything like clean, simple. I like straight lines, all types of stuff like that. But this light is very bright. It comes with 3 modes: bright, brighter, and brightest. And it really helped at night if I wanted to ride at night. I don't do that too much on the Z, because you don't have suspension, and any little bump could really throw you off on your ride. So I never really felt safe riding at night. But I bought this one first. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I found a better one by the same company. And the one reason why I got this is I like the idea that it's rechargeable. And I don't have to plug this into my battery on my bike and waste miles that I could potentially get riding my bike. So I like the idea that it's rechargeable. Once I went from this, I moved on to this one here. This is a Victogen bike light, same brand, basically the same exact light, except the battery pack is built in to the actual light. So it's very clean. There's no wires, no cables. You just strap this on, charge it up, and you're good to go. And it actually lasts a very long time, which I really like about this one. It has a port in the back to plug in USB right here, and then this is your button to turn it on. I bought 2 because I was really I really enjoyed the OG style light bar, so I figured I would put these together and create some type of housing to put them in. But again, these lights are very bright. I'll hit it one more time. But as you can see, it ends up looking like a light bar, which I thought was really cool. So those are the lights. I went from that, and thinking about the R, I wanted a brake light, and I wanted a versatile brake light. So I went with the Oracle Ampulla. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And this thing is awesome. It's very tiny, very compact. Again, no cables, no wires. It comes with this, which attaches to your handlebars, and then you can control what you're doing with this. So I want to demonstrate this for you guys real quick if I can. You turn it on the side here, and you can use this remote to do a left-hand turn. You can do a right-hand turn, and if I click right again, it actually deactivates, because it will stay on for I believe a minute. You don't want a right turn signal on for a minute, especially if you're making many turns. If I press the bottom here, it has 2 laser beams that pop out on the bottom, and they actually make a virtual bike lane, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but hey, it's there if I need it. This top button, oh, it's oh, I see. That's cool. It actually makes the laser lane blink, so that's pretty cool. Turn that off, and then I believe this power button here, you hit that while you're braking, so people know you're physically braking on your bike. You can have a light back there, but if it stays constant and you hit your brake, a car can't tell, especially if somebody maybe has bad depth perception. That could end up being an accident. And if you're riding on the road like me, you need to be very careful, which leads me to my next point. Before you do anything, before you even get your bike, Decide what helmet you are going to buy because you want that helmet before you get your bike. These are motorized motor bikes. They go fast. You know, when people see 20 miles an hour for the Z, advertised for the Z, they think, oh, that's not really that fast. I can go that fast on a regular bicycle. But it actually is. When your body's moving at 20 miles an hour and you come to an abrupt stop, things can happen. So for me, I really enjoyed the simplicity and the cool lines in the Ruroc helmet. I bought the DGX1, no, RG, I forget what it is, but I'll show it to you. Not only is it raining, but it's very humid, very hot. I'm sweating again. I can't stand this. All right, so this is the Ruroc helmet. It is a modular helmet, which I really like about it. I can take off the goggles, I could take off the face mask, and it becomes sort of like a moped-looking helmet. If I want all three, it's there. If I'm riding during the night and this is a tinted visor, I can switch it out for a clear visor. Ruroc sells, different lenses, different polarizations, different colors, so you can customize your helmet to fit the needs of your bike. I like black. I like clean, simple lines on everything. All right, now from there, if you're like me and other creators that you're seeing on YouTube, you're gonna want a GoPro, you're gonna want some type of camera, you're gonna wanna make some type of content because it's exciting. At first, I went onto Amazon, I was looking for cheap cameras. So I bought an Akaso EK7000. It said it shot in 4K, and I thought it was gonna be everything I needed. I got the camera and the quality was awful. It actually does not upload or actually shoot video in 4K. There's some type of loophole that allows them to advertise 4K, but it does not shoot in 4K. So I returned that immediately, and I bought a renewed GoPro Hero 7 Black on Amazon, and I got this for like $289, which I thought was really cool because this camera originally was $400. The Hero Black is out, but the Hero 7 and the Hero Black have two things in common, and that's the hyper smooth stabilization. I think you get 2.0 on the Hero 8, but with this, honestly, this camera is absolutely amazing. When this one came out, it revolutionized the action camera. It kind of got rid of the gimbal mount, which is like a 3-axis like stabilizer that people put their cameras in to get those smooth cinematic shots. So if you're riding on rough terrain and you're going over those bumps, especially on something like the Z with no suspension, this does a really good job at capturing footage. And I will be uploading shots that I took when I was riding my Z. It has a time lapse function. You can take photos. You can take video in 60 frames per second and slow it down. You can do a lot with this camera, and you can live stream from this camera, which is really cool. I might look into doing that on my channel in the future. Now from there, you're gonna want some accessories for your GoPro, right? Because there's so many different options. Some people mount it on their helmet. I like to mount it on my chest. Some people mount it on their arm. You can mount it to the bike. You can get so many different crazy shots. It's up to you. If you're creative and you really want to figure that out, go for it, because people like to see it, obviously. Some things that I got right out of the gate. I bought SIM cards. Buy as many SIM cards as you can get. They're really not that expensive. I suggest getting one larger SIM card, like a 64 gig or 120 gig, so that you don't have to worry about switching it out or deleting your content all the time, which I ended up doing a lot in the beginning. I would take a day of videos and I'd have to delete them because I would need space, unless, you get the GoPro Cloud, which I just got actually. So I'm still trying to figure that out, how that works. If anybody knows, drop a comment. From there, I bought an extra battery. The renewed version that I bought actually came with an extra battery, which I thought was really cool because you can run out of a battery in like an hour and a half if you're shooting straight. And if you're on a long ride, you want to keep getting footage, this is how you do it. I think when it comes to riding and getting good footage, I'm learning that it's not about hitting start and stop when you think there's going to be a good shot. It's about leaving it on all day and capturing everything, because when you get back to the editing room, there might be some things in there that you didn't think were good that looked really good and appealing. So you want to make sure that you have an extra battery. Okay. Now from there, I'm not going to go over all of them, but I will go over some of them. A windshield, right? Because I'm learning very quickly that the mic on the GoPro is not so great. So you're going to want some type of protection from the wind if you're using that one. I actually just bought a like GoPro vlog set, which came with a housing, like a kind of like a bright light. It came with a external microphone and everything that I would need to set up like a vlog setup. But this is what you need if you have the Hero 7 or 8. You need a mic adapter, and it has to be the one from GoPro. The other ones will not work. This is a very specific adapter. You need this one for the Hero 7 or 8. And then I believe below that, like the 5, 6, 7, 3, whatever, not 7, but going down the line, you can get a different type of adapter. So that's cool too. And then from there, I basically just got all these different attachments. This is my chest mount that I use. I love the chest mount because I like the angle of seeing my arms. I like seeing the top of the bike when I ride. I don't like footage where you're just like a moving camera. You don't see any of the bike or any of the movement of the bike or your arms. I like you guys to be kind of incorporated into the ride. So you want some of the bike to be in there. So if you're using a helmet mount, angle it down so we can see what's going on a little bit. It makes for much more interesting content. Came with a selfie stick, and this is a pack that I got on Amazon. It just came with a bunch of accessories. Just make sure it's GoPro, it's for GoPro stuff. I don't think I'll ever use this, but it's like a flotation device mount. This is a helmet mount. If you don't want to actually stick on something to your helmet, you could just use this strap for your helmet. And then a bag, you can only imagine, a bag full of all different types of clamps. And then this one's also cool. This is like a, you can mount this to any flat surface. You can mount it to your car to kind of get like a time lapse of wherever you're going. You can mount it to windows if you're like vlogging or something like that. So that's really cool. And the last little bit of things that I want to discuss with you guys are just some small stuff that you could purchase very cheap that will kind of like help you out on a ride if something happens to your bike. All right, the first two are very important. A miniature bike pump, right? Everybody most likely has a larger bike pump that you can't bring with you on your ride. Bring a small one. This actually mounts to the bike, so I'm gonna mount this to my R. So if I do get like a flat or like a slow flat where I'm losing a lot of air slowly, you can pump up on the go with this. Sometimes on my e-bikes, they're a heavier bike, so they're gonna lose tire pressure a lot quicker than a normal bike would because of all that weight. So this is like crucial. And obviously you wanna find one that has a PSI meter on there so that you know if you're over or under inflating your tires. Over and under inflating your tires can lead to a flat or, further damage to your rim or whatever it might be. The second one is a multi-tool. These things are a must-have. It has all the Allen and screws that you're gonna need. If you're on the ride and you need to adjust your brakes or you need to adjust anything at all. So definitely grab one of these. They're very cheap. You can get them on Amazon. Okay, third thing, a bag of zip ties. Get the big ones because the little ones sometimes they won't wrap far enough around something that you want to mount or whatever you want to do. So zip ties are definitely crucial, especially if you have a flat. You need to clip the zip ties in order to take your tire off and change that. So you're going to need some extra ones. Get a large pack so you never have to buy them again. Second one, the fourth one is bar end mirrors. I think one rear view mirror at the least is very important because you need one on your left side. You need to be able to see what's behind you. If you're going the right way on a road with traffic, you want to be able to see cars behind you. I don't care how experienced you are. If you're on an e-bike, people are not going to find you. Don't expect that someone on the road is going to see you. If you can see them, that's all that matters. You get out of the way. I think a lot of people get ballsy and they're like, oh my God, he didn't see me. He could have killed me. Dude, you're in charge of your bike. You're in charge of yourself. So please use bar and mirrors. Somebody on Reddit today said, I want to install a rear view mirror cam. I think that'd be awesome. Definitely be interested in see how you guys do that. I bought two different kinds. This one kind of like fits onto the end of your bars via like a strap. I like this one a lot, but this one actually broke on me. And then this one is the half knee. Yeah, half knee. And this one integrates into the end of your bars and secures much nicer. But the mirror on this one makes things really small. Whereas this one, they stay a little bit larger. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a weird warping type of thing. So, you're going to want to find the one that you prefer, I guess. These are very cheap and they could come in handy one day. These are patch kits. So if you don't have a tube on hand, and you don't have tire slime, I think tire slime is good too. You can use one of these, and it'll take time. You got to sit down. You got to take time to patch it. But this is a vulcanizing patch kit. I bought 4 of them just to have them. I may never use them, but I have them. Tubes, and this is bringing me to my next point, which will be in my next clip. But you always want to have tubes. I mean, if you get a flat, you don't have to hit up 73. You don't have to wait for Amazon. You already have them, so buy a bunch. I bought 6 of these from a bike shop, and these are 20 by 3.5 up to 4.5. So a lot of bike tubes, they have a range of sizes, so you don't have to worry if it doesn't say 4.5 or 4.25 or 5. You don't really have to worry. You can use a bike tube that's a little bit smaller and stretch it. You cannot use a bike tube that's larger and try to shrink it and do less air, because you'll get a pinch flat. So the other day, I purchased 2 all-terrain tires. I purchased 4 20 by 4.5 or 5-inch tire tubes with the curved straighter valve. I really think that's unique, and I like that on the R, so I want to make sure if I change my tire, I still have that bent curved straighter valve. I think that's really cool. And I have a bunch of tires and tubes for the Z. I think, I might be wrong, but I think I'm going to be the first one to have all-terrain tires on my Z, so I'm really interested to see how that's going to feel. I am aware of like more road noise and maybe a different feel, but I am excited to see how it's going to look. I think it's going to look pretty badass. So that's going to be either a different video or at the end of this video. Okay, my last 3 things for this video, and then I'm going to shut up. Tire tools. You want one of these if you need to change your tire. If you've ever noticed it's hard to get tires off of the rim, these make it very easy. You need at least 2 so that you can kind of step by step go across. The second to last thing is lube. These are little samples that I got for free, so I keep them in a little bit of like a small bag that I ride with. I like to have these. Also, there's a brand called Wend. I believe it's Wend Wax. And they come in colors, and it's like a wax, like deodorant style, like stick that you can just hold along. And I think it really does like a cleaner job, so you don't get lube in other places that you don't want. So I bought that from Amazon. That's coming as well. And then, hey, the last thing that you need, you always need this. It's very important. You need a pack of Dunkaroos in case you need some energy. It's going to be good, guys. Good luck. Ride safe.